This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another horse. It's an absolute pleasure to be with you today. Thank you very much for taking the time to join me here on the YouTube channel. It's very much appreciated. What we've got coming up for you today is another Classic Watch 25 possible, and we're heading back down under for this one. The second half of the Australian 3-year-old season is all well and truly underway, and it is time for another round of classics. We've had the spring classics, where unfortunately Broadsiding and Zeitung both ran in classics and fell short, but we're now focusing on the autumn classics, and I'm going to bring you a filly which will hopefully make her way on the site in the next maybe week or so. The filly in question is the Chris Waller trained Lady Shenandoah. This horse, I've been waiting for this horse to see whether it had run in a classic for quite a while, to be honest, since it won a Group 3 race back in September 2024. Very interesting horse, Lady Shenandoah, trained by Chris Waller, 3-year-old filly based in Rosehill, sired by Snitzel, out of a dam called Star Pupil, who herself is out of Starcraft. People will see that Lady Shenandoah has raced 6 times. She's won 4 times, finished second once, and finished third once. The horse has never finished out of the first 3 on 6 starts. In fact, the horse has currently won its last 4 races, unbeaten this season. Like I said, the horse, I first became aware of the horse when it won in September 2024, when it won the Group 3 Ming Dynasty, beating Mayfair by a neck. Since then, the horse has gone on to win 2 Group 1 races and 2 Group 2 races. The horse won the Group 1 the Flight Stakes of October 2024, beating Harlem Queen by 3.5 lengths and running to a mark of 108. The horse then came back out on the 15th of February 2025 and won the Group 2 Lightfinger Stakes, beating Lady Camelot by 1 3/4 lengths, running to some serious grades now of 117. And then just recently, the 1st of March 2025, the horse back up to 7 furlongs to win the Surround Stakes for 3-year-old fillies, beating Lady of Camelot by a neck and running to a mark of 120. Some very good Australian 3-year-old fillies. This horse has won the Group 1 Flight Stakes over a mile. It's won the Group 1 Surround Stakes over 7 furlongs, as well as winning over 6 furlongs in the Group 2 Light-Fingered Stakes. People take a look at the entries of the horse. They will see that it's entered in the Randwick Guineas, Group 1, on the 8th of March. It's entered in the Rosehill Guineas on the 22nd of March. It's then entered in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes, which is an all-age race, on the 12th of April, the same day as the Group 1 Australian Oaks. So the horse is entered in 3 classics over the next 6 weeks. So I think it's about time really to try and get the horse on the Possibles channel, should we need it, should she run in any of these classics. Hopefully she will. Like I said, top rating of 120 is not to be sniffed at, it's fair to say. The horse is improving rapidly, from 93 when it won the Ming Dynasty to 108 when it won the Flight, then from 108 to 117, and then it found another 3, 117 to 120, despite beating Lady Camelot by less of a distance than she did in the Group 2. Must have been some sort of a pull at the weights there. But yeah, Lady Shenandoah looks a very interesting horse. People take a look at the horse on Third Red Ready Query. It ran last week, so we'll give them a week to catch up. They've only got 5 starts at the moment. You'll see there that all we need the Pedigree Query site for is to see the dam line of the horse, Lady Shenandoah, which in this case is dam line 22B. What we're going to do, we're going to do the usual fashion. We're going to take a look at the first 5 dams of this horse. Goldvink, the 5th dam, goes back to 1966. We're going to try and pick up all the well-bred horses along the way, all the decent horses along the way. And then we're going to watch Lady Shenandoah win 3 times. We're going to watch her win the Group 1 Flight Stakes. Then we're going to watch her win the Group 2 Light Fingers over 6 furlongs. And then we're going to watch her win the 7 furlong Surround Stakes as well. Basically, her last 3 runs. We're not going to show you the Group 3. Before we even get to the dams, we're at the stallions. This really is the sort of line that people really do need to pay very close attention to. Stronger. Horse foaled in 2016, sired by Not a Single Doubt, out of a dam called Star Pupil again. So this one by Snitzel, this one Not a Single Doubt. Both mares out, both foaled stallions are very good. So half brother, Stronger, managed to race 31 times in his career, finishing in the first 3 in 16 of 31 starts in his career, winning 15,237,750 Hong Kong dollars and 168,590 Australian dollars. This horse did it in Hong Kong as an entire. The horse managed to win 2 pattern races, won the Group 3 Ken Russell Memorial Classic in Australia at the Gold Coast, and the horse was also a Group 1 winner in Hong Kong, winning the 2022 Centenary Sprint Cup at Sha Tin. The horse was placed in another one Group 1 race, the Sha Tin Vase of 2021. It was also placed in a couple of Group 2s out in Hong Kong as well. The 2021 Sprint Cup in Hong Kong, again at Sha Tin, and the Premier Bowl of 2021, again at Sha Tin. Sprinter all day long, this horse, also placed in another Australian Group 3, the Pago Stakes at Rose Hill, before being exported to Hong Kong. 2018 Australian East Ealing Sale raced in Australia and Hong Kong, and in 2023 the horse went to Aquis Stallions in Australia, where the horse is still at stud now for a fee of 9,900 Australian dollars as of 2024. Standing at Aquis Farm again in Queensland. You'll see there, commenced stud duties in 2023. His oldest progeny will be yearlings in 2025, 2026. So October, August 2026, his 2025 this year, his first crop will be racing at the start of the next Australian season. We're now time to look at the dam of Lady Shenandoah, Star Pupil, a mare foaled in 2010, sired by Starcraft, out of Ain't Seen Nothing. People will see that Star Pupil's in the first 3 in 3 of 5 starts, managing to win one of them, earnings of 14,200 Australian dollars. No black type, gained by the horse, although it was a winner, over 7 furlongs or 1,400 metres. And as we know from Lady Shenandoah and the other horse we've just looked at, the horse is a black type producer. Couple more horses to look at now before we get to Ain't Seen Nothing. The horses still keep coming. These will relate to the dam of Lady Shenandoah. Bachman, a gelding born in 2011, sired by All American, out of Ain't Seen Nothing. So this is a half sister to the dam Star Pupil. Bachman raced 18 times in his career, finishing in the first 3 in 9 of his 18 starts, winning 4 times and earning 382,785 Australian dollars. People see this horse as a Group 3 and listed winner. The horse won the Group 3 TL Bayou Handicap of 2014 at 2, and the horse also won the listed Gold Market Quality Race at the Gold Coast in 2015. Horse was placed second in the 2015 Queensland Guineas at Doonben. Group 2 placed Group 3 and listed winner. The horse also finished third in the Hawkesbury Guineas and the Maurice McCartan Stakes, as well as finishing third in the listed Dulcify handicap. So yeah, good solid pattern race horse there. Backman. Step It Up, a gelding born in 2009, sired by Hussanet out of Ain't Seen Nothing. So this is another half brother, to the first dam of Lady Shenandoah, another gelding born in 2019. This was a very good horse. Had 26 starts, managing to win 10 of his 26 starts in the first three in 18 of 26 horses. Earnings Singapore pounds 3,617,048 Singapore dollars, I think that is actually. No prizes for guessing where this one raced. Classic winner of the 2013 Singapore Guineas Group 1. The horse also won 2 Group 2s, the Singapore 3-year-old Classic and the Queen Elizabeth II Cup. Singapore racing, I think, is now actually finished. I don't think they even do it anymore. And they also won 3 Group 3 races, the Singapore 3-year-old Sprint, the Colonial Chief Stakes, and the Fortune Bowl around 2013, 14 and 15. Placed in other Group 1 races, the Patrons Bowl, placed also in the Singapore Derby and the Merlion Trophy of Group 3, and also third in the Group 1 Raffles Cup of 2014, also held at Kranji. Group 1, dual Group 2, triple Group 3 winner out in Singapore. Step It Up. Ain't No Fallen Star, a mare foaled in 2007, sired by Starcraft again, out of Ain't Seen Nothing. So we have a full sister to the first dam. Star Pupil, Ain't No Fallen Star, born in 2007. The horse manages to win 4 of her 14 starts in the first 2, in 5 of 14 starts. Earnings of 171,230 Australian dollars. Ain't No Fallen Star managed to win 2 listed races in South Australia. The horse managed to win the HC Nitschke Stakes at Morphettville and the Laley Stakes at Morphettville. Also placed in the listed Adelaide Guineas, also at Morphettville in 2011. And she is the dam of Ain't No Deal Done, a gelding, born in 2017, sired by Done Deal, out of a dam called Ain't No Fallen Star, you'll see. Ain't No Deal Done raced 25 times in his career, managed to win 7 out of 25 starts. In the first 3, 10 times, and earnings of 697,545 Australian dollars. Ain't No Deal Done, managing to win 2 listed races in South Australia again in 2020. Winner of the listed Hill Smith Stakes and also a winner at Flemington in the Tab Trophy. Placed in the VRC Chester Manifold Stakes as well. Listed race of 2024. So the horse is still going round to some decent level as late as last year. Ain't Seen Nothing is the second dam of the horse, so we can close a couple more down there. Ain't Seen Nothing, the second dam of Lady Shenandoah, born in 1999, sired by Nothing Like a Dane, I'm going to say, that is, out of a dam called Icecapade, who herself was foaled in 1991. Ain't Seen Nothing, a very good, solid second dam, winner of 8 of her 29 starts, in the first 3 in 15 of 29 starts, and earnings of 614,100 Australian dollars. Ain't Seen Nothing has won 3 listed races. It's won the Keith F. Nolan Classic at Illawarra, the listed Canberra National Sprint Handicap, and the listed Let's Elope Stakes. It's also finished placed in 1 Group 1 race, the Underwood Stakes, and it's been placed in a couple of Group 3s as well. The Adrian Knox Stakes, Group 3, and the Matriarch Stakes, Group 3, placed in the Group 2 Queen of the Turf Stakes as well as the Group 3 Craven Plate. 4th in the Australian Oaks of 2003, and 4th also in the McKinnon Stakes, Group 1. So Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 placed, triple listed winner, and also a black type producer. So got a solid second dam there to Lady Shenandoah. Couldn't find anything between the second and the third dam. which is rare on this line. So we'll go straight to Ice Capade, a mare born in 1991, sired by Genghis, out of a dam called Polar Maid, who was foaled in 1986. Ice Capade raced 16 times in her career, in the first three, in 6 of 16 starts. The horse actually won 3 times, but only managed to earn 14,855 Australian dollars on the track. Bred by Macquarie Stud in New South Wales, she is also, as we know, a black type producer. She's actually quite a well-bred one. We found a couple of horses on this line that have her in the headlines, and Polar Maid quite close. So then Polar Maid is the second dam of this horse, you'll see. Polar Maid is the fourth dam of Lady Shenandoah. Polar Success, a mare born in the year 2000, sired by Success Express, out of a dam called Patu. Polar Success was in the first 2 in 8 out of her 17 starts, managing to win 4 of them and earning 2,171,505 Australian dollars in a very good career. Polar Success was the Golden Slipper winner of 2003. She also won the Group 2 Riesling Stakes of 2003 as well, and placed in the Silver Slipper. And a black type producer, very good 2-year-old, Golden Slipper winning 2-year-old. And she is the dam of this horse, Polar Moor, a horse born in 2010, sired by More Than Ready, out of a dam called Polar Success. Polar Moor only raced 5 times in his career, was in the first 3 twice, winning once, and earning 39,435 Australian dollars. Polar Moor is actually a stud, despite not having much black type form around. He won the Kensington Peters Meets Handicap, was the race the horse managed to win. Polar Moor at stud in Queensland for a Masonic price, POA. Give them the right handshake, you'll get a decent price. Polar Moor at stud has been at stud in 2015, since 2015, and the horse has only sired 32 foals in his life. Biggest crop was 11. 19 of them ran, 6 between them have won 21 races, but as you would expect, no stakes winners and no graded rate winners for such small sample sizes, really. The same with the distances, impossible really to ascertain much. They've all gone round in Australia, all 19 of them, and the best progeny is Mr. Polo, who managed to win 10 races, 3rd in the ATC Grunt at Yulong Handicap, Vinery Stud Handicap as well. 10 wins, 6 wins gained by Prince Akeem. So the horse has sired a few winners, but nothing really at a top level. Next one we need to look at is Bring Me the Maid. People will see that Polar Maid is also the second dam of this horse. Bring Me the Maid, a mare foaled in 2011, sired by Sebring, out of Made for Me. A different dam to Polar Maid, I think. Yeah. So it's 2 different mares. Bring Me the Maid raced 14 times in her career, finishing in the first 3 in 7 of 14 starts, managing to win 3 races and earning 776,200 Australian dollars. Bring Me the Maid won the Group 2, 2 Group 2 races, the Magic Night Stakes at Rosehill and the Silver Shadow Stakes at Randwick in 2014. And she also won the listed Sports 1000 at Flemington. She was actually placed in 2 Group 1 races, the 2015 Arrowfield 3-year-old sprint and the 2014 Golden Slipper as well. So again, very good horse, very good, solid, black type horse, it's fair to say there. We're now, I think, at the 4th dam of the horse, Lady Shenandoah. Polar Maid, foaled in 1986, sired by Kayapur, an Irish stallion, out of a dam called Goldvink. Polar Maid only raced 3 starts in her career and was unplaced in all of them before being exported to Australia from New Zealand. So we've ain't seen nothing out of the first 4 dams that have been a decent pattern quality, but they've all produced fair horses, haven't they? We're going to start to show you a few horses now. Bit of a skite. a horse born in 1974, sired by Show Off, out of Goldvink. So this is a half brother to the fourth dam of Lady Shenandoah. Bit of a sky, I've got no idea of his record, just the career earnings of 189,787 New Zealand dollars, I think these were. No, Australian dollars. Dual Group 1 winner, bit of a skite, won the George Main Stakes at Flemington and the All Age Stakes at Randwick. Horse born in 1974. Bit of a skite, 11 wins, 1 at 2. It's one of the All Age Stakes, George Adams Handicap, Alistair Clark Stakes, said a stallion. But like I said, I ran Goldvink through Arian and I couldn't gain really any record of him siring any horses. Shagolvin, another New Zealand bred, born in 1980, sired by Charivari out of Goldvink. So this is another half sister this one, to the fourth dam, Polar Mared. Shagolvin raced 41 times in her career, as in the first 3 in 18 of 41 starts. She managed to win 7 starts and earn 86,925 New Zealand dollars in her career. Shagolvin won a Group 2 race. She won the Group 2 Royal Stakes in New Zealand in 1984, and she also won the Byerley Thoroughbred Stakes, placed in the Group 1 Avondale Cup of 1985. So Group 1 placed, Group 2 and listed winner, Shagolvin. This is interesting. Black type producer and dam of black type producers. Family of champions. There you go. So anytime you see Shagolvin in the pedigree in the 80s and the 90s and the noughties, you must have found a good one. I found a few. Couldn't really find much evidence to back up that family of champions assertion, though. I found this one, Jones Best, a mare foaled in 1996, sired by Gold Bros out of Yankee Gold. People will see that Shagolvin is in fact the second dam of this horse. Jones Best raced 13 times in her career, winning 5 times, and she was in the first 3 in 8 of 13 starts, earnings of 55,975 New Zealand dollars. Jones Best won 3 stakes races, the Ray Coupland Stakes, the Canterbury Bell Stakes, and the Coupland's Bakeries Breeders' Stakes. Sent to New Zealand in July 1987 before being returned to Australia in 2005. And I also came across this one, Marcus Maximus, a gelding born in 2005, sired by Pentire, good old-fashioned UK horse there, out of a dam called Shafty Lady. And people will also see that Yankee Gold and Shagolvin are involved in the pedigree of this 2005 bred gelding. People click Marcus Maximus won the Western Australia Derby of 2008, back when it was a Group 1 race. I don't entirely think it is now. The horse bred by Waikato Stud. So yeah, some very interesting horses there on that little section. Another horse with Goldvink in the pedigree. Goldvink, the second dam of this horse, an Olympic aim, is the dam, Circles of Gold. This is where it all kicks off a bit. A mare born in, as if what we hadn't shown you was enough, a mare born in 1991, sired by Marskay, out of a dam called Olympic Aim. People see that Goldvink is the second dam of this horse. Circles of Gold raced 43 times in her career, finishing in the first 3 in 19 of her 43 starts, earnings of 936,835 Australian dollars. The horse managing to win 6 times out of 43 starts. Classic winner. Circles of Gold won the 1995 AJC Oaks, and she also won the Group 3 Adrian Knox Stakes. Second in 2 Group 1s, the Eat More Fruit and Veg Stakes and the Queensland Oaks. Top racehorse and champion broodmare, winner of the Australian Oaks, dam of Elvstrom and Haradison. We're going to take a look at those in a moment. Resided at Segenhoe Stud in the New South Wales Hunter Valley. Died peacefully on the 9th of November 2016. Buried alongside her mates and champion broodmares, Par 4 and Skating, on the top of the hill at Segenhoe. Very good mare and a foundation mare, really. If you see Circles of Gold in any pedigree, then you know you are in business. Elvstrom, a horse foaled in the year 2000, sired by Dane Hill. Out of Circles of Gold, Elvstrom raced 32 times in his career. In the first three, in 19 of 32 starts, managing to win 10 of them. Earnings of $5,722,274 Australian dollars. What a horse Elvstrom was. He won in the UAE, he won the Dubai Duty Free in the UAE, he won the Orr Stakes in Australia, won the Underwood Stakes, the Coalfield Cup, Victoria Derby winner, so classic winner. He also won the George Stakes Group 2, Autumn Classic Group 2, Turnbull Stakes Group 2, and the MRC Guineas Prelude Group 3. Entered stud 2005 to 15 at Blue Gum Stud Farm in Australia, before being sold to Europe at stud in 2016 at Haras du Petit Tellier in France. I did run this line through area, and I couldn't really find out an area and if the horse had many stakes winners. I did find this article though from thestraight.com.au. As things stand, Elvstrom has had 362 winners from 629 starts, with 13 stakes winners and progeny earnings of over $30 million. He has had winners in 19 different countries. The lion's share of his success came in Australia, where he had 292 winners, including 10 stakes winners. What a horse. He spent time at Cornwall, Australia, before moving to Grange William Stud until he died in 2019. Elvstrom's younger brother, of course, was Haradison. Haradison, born in 2003, half-brother, sired by Fusaki Pegasus. Out of Circles of Gold, Haradison, a lighter racehorse but an arguably better horse, winner of 7 of his 18 starts, and in the first three, in 15 of 18 starts, earnings of $2,731,170 Australian dollars. People might remember this one. It actually came to England and won some races. Yeah, didn't really tell us what races the horse won there, which is disappointing. That's a very poor entry. And I know the horse won the. I can't have that. Whoever entered this into this database has done an absolutely horrendous job. So I will stop recording here and see if we can find out more, I think. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, I've managed to get the racing post up for Haradison. We'll take a look. There's the form of the horse. The horse actually won the 2008 Queen Anne Stakes at Royal Ascot, where the horse ran to a mark of 123. Oh, I thought it raced more times than that. More times than it did in the UK and Ireland. Only raced twice. 6th in the Lockage, run by Quackador. It won the 3 Coalfield listed races, and then it won the 2007 George Ryder Stakes at Rose Hill, beating Mentality by a neck. And the horse also won the Group 1 Doncaster Handicap of 2007, again beating Mentality by a neck. Ran a lot of good races in defeat at the highest level and at Group 2 level in Australia. But yeah, triple Group 1 winner and listed winner twice in Australia and once in the UK. Haradison, again, I ran it through area, couldn't find out how many stallions. Haradison side 5 stakes winners, including Respondent, who won the Group 2 Western Australia Derby at Ascot in Perth. So yeah, only the 5 stakes winners sired by Haradison. The next horse we need to take a look at is Caribus, a horse born in 2013, sired by Schwazir, out of Circles of Gold again. So this is another baby brother to Elvstrom and Haradison. Caribus only raced twice and was placed 3rd once. Earnings of $4,240 Australian dollars. 3rd in a Geelong maiden at stud from 2017 at Victoria Jubilee Stud, Freshwater Creek, Victoria. And the horse is still standing there for a fee of $2,200 as of 2024. Rather like the first one we looked at, the horse is just not siring any foals. It's sired 15 foals in 4 crops and has never sired a winner. Only 5 of them have even ran. So this horse has never sired a winner in his life. All 5 horses have gone round Australia. But he is a very well bred horse and available for 2,200 Australian dollars at stud. Havega. Havega, a mare foaled in 2001, sired by Dane Hill, out of Circles of Gold again. Havega, legendary broodmare, really. Havega, to think she only won 1 out of her 13 starts. She was in the first 3 in 7 of 13 starts, though. Earnings of 83,350 Australian dollars. You'll see that Havega was actually placed in 2 classics. Placed in the Group 2 2005 South Australian Oaks and placed in the Group 1 Australasian Oaks of 2005, both at Morfettville. And the words black type producer to her really don't do her justice at all. Idaho, a horse foaled in 2013, sired by Galileo, out of Havega. Idaho won 4 of his 23 starts in the first 3 in 11 of 23 starts, managing to win 4, earnings of 1,196,473 UK pounds. We're actually in the different hemisphere now. Idaho trained in Ireland. At 3, the horse won the Group 2 Great Voltage Stakes, 2nd in the Group 1 Irish Derby, 2nd in the Ballysack Stakes Group 3, and 3rd in the Epsom Derby as well of 2016. Dual Classic placed. At 4, the horse won the Group 2 Hardwick Stakes at Royal Ascot and was 3rd in the King George. At 5, the horse won the Group 3 Ormond Stakes at Chester and was 3rd in the Goodwood Cup and the Lonsdale Cup. At stud in 2019 at the Beaches Stud in Ireland, which is the Coolmore National Hunt roster. Idaho never won a Group 2, never won a Group 1. I didn't know that. It's placed in 2 classics though. Dual Group 2 and Group 3 winner. And yeah, still standing at the Beaches National Hunt Stud for a fee of €3,000 as of 2025. The horses are starting to hit the ground a little bit now. 129 foals in 2020 and 108 in 2021. But the horse, don't forget, they don't start national hunt racing really until they're 4, 5 or 6 or 3. And you had 14 runners, but 2 of them between them have won 4 races. But obviously, there is very early days for Idaho. 6 have gone round in Great Britain, 6 have gone round in Ireland, and 1 each in Czechia, Slovakia, and Hungary. But it's in Great Britain, really, where the majority of the money has been won. Rabbit and Idaho's Son have both won twice. Early days yet for Idaho, though, as a national hunt stallion. Highland Reel, a horse foaled in 2012, another one sired by Galileo out of Havega. Really is an incredible line, really, that we're starting to get stuck into now. Highland Reel, a horse that raced 27 times in his career, managed to win 10 of them, but was in the first 3 in 19 of 27 starts, earnings of 7,513,355 UK pounds, it says. What a career this horse had. Highland Reel, winner of the Group 2 Vintage Stakes of 2014. 2015, the horse was a dual Group 1 winner of the Secretariat Stakes in the USA and the Hong Kong Vase in Hong Kong. Placed in the Gordon Stakes, 2nd in the French Derby and 3rd in the Cox Plate. At 4, the horse won the Breeders' Cup Turf in the US and the horse won the King George in England. 2nd in the Juddmonte International, 2nd in the Arc, 2nd in the Hong Kong Vase, 2nd in the Hardwick. And at 5, the horse won the Group 1 Coronation Cup in England, the Prince of Wales Stakes in England, and won a 2nd Hong Kong Vase, 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Turf, and 3rd in the UK Championship Stakes. What a horse. Foaled on the 20th of February 2012, raced in Ireland, England, France, USA, Australia, Hong Kong and the UAE, entered stud in 2018 at Coolmore in Ireland. They must have sold the horse, because the horse is actually standing, I think, now as a stallion in Japan at ST Farm in Japan for a POA Masonic fee again. We can take a look at the stud record of the horse, though. I'm not sure whether it was siring national hunt horses in some of these crops, but it has sired plenty of horses. 137 in 2019 to 108 in 2019-20, 117 in 2021-22. Horses foaled 709 foals, only 388 of them have ran. 144 of them between them have won 289 races. The horse has sired 4 individual stakes winners and 2 individual graded winners, and between them have won 5 stakes races and 2 graded races. Probably the best 2-year-old. You wouldn't think that, would you? But all the stakes and the graded winners have come at 2. And the fillies seem responsible for the majority of them. 119 of the runs have come over 2,400 metres, so we're going to say that there has been a few national hunt horses mixed in with all these as well. Beside 1 stakes winner in Australia as well. 152 of them have gone round in Australia, 85 in Great Britain, 38 in Italy, 54 in Ireland, 26 in France, 18 in Germany, 12 in Czechia, none in Japan, funnily enough, which I think I'll be fairly certain where the horse is standing. So I don't know when it went there or how long ago it went there, but it's definitely left Coolmore. Best progeny of the horse so far is Atamisk. Atamisk has won an Italian Group 2 and an Italian Group 3, was 4th in the Group 2 Italian Oaks. Horses like Comanche Country as well. It's won the Santa Anita Surfer Girl Stakes, Group 3. Warney in Australia has won the Churchill Stakes listed race at Tipperary. I know it ran in Australia. 3rd in the Kevin Heffernan Stakes, Group 3. You've got High Approach as well there. That has won the Tab Trophy in Victoria. But yeah, I don't know really what sort of horses this is going to be siren side. Kicking King, not the Gold Cup winner, over jumps, but the champion older male stayer in Qatar in 2023 as well. But yeah, sired some very interesting horses, it's fair to say. And there could somewhere be a lot more to come over, I don't know what sphere they're going to be over. Very interesting horse, Highland Reel. Cape of Good Hope was foaled in 2016, sired by Galileo again. Out of Havega, Cape of Good Hope, less prolific, raced 22 times, only managing to win 3, and was only in the first 3 in 6 of those 22 starts, managing to win $1,090,704 Australian dollars. This horse got lucky one day out in Australia, I remember it. It won the Caulfield Stakes, Group 1 in Australia of 2019. And the horse also won the listed Blue Ribbon Trial Stakes at Epsom in the UK. 3rd in the Saratoga Derby Invitational Stakes. 4th in the French Derby of 2019. And at 2, the horse was placed in Group 2 races at Newmarket, the Superlative Stakes and the Royal Lodge Stakes. Group 1 winner in Australia. And from 2023, it's a stallion at Bombora Downs in Victoria. I think that is where the horse is still there, Bombora Downs, for a fee of $8,250 as of 2024. And rather like Strongest, his first crop are hitting the track in 2005, 2006 as well. Nobel Prize, a horse foaled in 2017, another one sired by Galileo out of Havega. Nobel Prize only ran 5 times, in the first 2, in 3 of 5 starts. Earnings of £36,796 UK pounds. Nobel Prize won the Group 3 Ballysack Stakes of 2020. Says they're held at Dundalk, but it's normally a turf race. The horse went to Sandet Stud in Turkey at Vigorous Stud. I ran it through Evian Pedigree, no record of it siring any stakes winners. So what a damn line Havega is responsible for, it's fair to say. Got a couple now where Circles of Gold is the second dam of them. D Circles, a gelding, born in 2008, sired by Encosta de Lago, out of Lady Circles, who you see, Circles of Gold. The second dam of this gelding, 33 starts in the first three in 17 of 33 starts. The horse managing to win 5 times for earnings of 478,380 Australian dollars. What a horse. D Circles did well for connections, winning one Group 3 race, the Standish Handicap at Flemington, placed in 2 Group 2 races, the Sires Produce Stakes of 2011 and the race Standish Handicap, which was reduced from Group 2 status in 2014. There was also placing as well there. Group 2 and dual Group 2 placed, Group 3 winner, D Circles. Threeud, a mare foaled in 2015, sired by Star Witness, out of Sen Circles. People see Lady Circles is the second dam of this one, and Circles of Gold is the third dam. Threeud raced 29 times in her career. In the first three in 16 of 29 starts, horse managing to win 6 starts with earnings of 351,445 Australian dollars. Threeud, a good career as well. Winner of the Group 3 Belle of the Turf Stakes in 2020, a race ran at Gosford, and also placed in the listed Helen Coughlin Stakes, a race ran at Eagle Park. My old mate Angel Blur 2022 Classic Watch. Hopeful. You'll see Circles of Gold is the third dam of this horse. Her Vega is even the second dam of this horse, out of a dam called Cercle de Vie. Angel Blur foaled in 2019, won 7 of his 17 starts, in the first three in 11 of 17 starts, earnings of £613,867 in Great Britain and France. Good 2-year-old this was, remember it well. Dual Group and winning 2-year-old in 2021 in France, winning the Prix Jean-Luc Lagardère and the Criterium International. Also won the Group 2 Vintage Stakes at Goodwood. At 3, the horse was third in the Greenham Stakes. And at 4, in 2023, the horse won the Group 2 Celebration Mile at Goodwood and the listed Spring Trophy at Haydock. The stallion at Haras Sumbay in France, which is Nuyan Bizikov as a stallion, is the owner of that. It's also owned by Mark Chan in his career and bred by Pan Sutong Racing Bloodstock. And a fine job they did as well. I enjoyed watching this go round. Just a shame it never developed into a classic horse for Classic Watch 2022. You'll see there the horse Still Stallion standing at Harris de Montfort Pro, which is the name of somebody now. Angel Blur for a fee of €8,000 as of 2025. Another one really, it's at 18 runs actually, this horse. Commenced stud duties in France in 2024. So his first yearlings this year and the first 2-year-olds in 2026. Star Spangled Banner. Star Spangled Banner, they will see that Goldvink is also the 4th dam of Star Spangled Banner. Olympic Aim, I think, is also the dam of Circles of Fire. She is. So Star Spangled Banner. What a horse this was. A horse foaled in 2006, sired by Schwazier, out of a horse called Gold Anthem. Star Spangled Banner raced 23 times in his career. In the first three, in 13 of 23 starts, winning 7 times, earnings of $1,269,625 Australian dollars, 534,193 UK pounds, and 12,125 euros. Another horse to do it in 2 hemispheres. Australia and Great Britain. Triple Group 1 winner. The horse won the Caulfield Guineas of 2009. Classic winner. Won the 2010 Oakley Plate at Caulfield. And the horse won the 2010 Golden Jubilee Stakes at Royal Ascot in the UK. The horse also won the July Cup at Newmarket. 4-time Group 1 winner. The horse won the Group 3 McNeil Stakes in Australia as well as the main stakes at Caulfield. The horse was second in the 2010 Nunthorpe at York. second in the Group 3 race as well at the Coa, the Renaissance Stakes. Was third in the Newmarket and the Blue Diamond Prelude, age 2. What a career this horse had. Fourth in the Lightning of 2010. Champion sprinter in Australia and Europe, 2010. Entered stud 2011-12 and 2015 at Coolmore. It's been shuttling about well to Rosemont Stud Australia as well, and returned to training due to low fertility in 2012. But they got the horse back. They got the horse back at stud in the end, and the horse is still standing at Castlehyde Stud for Coolmore for a fee of €45,000 as of 2025. Proper international stallion. Star Spangled Banner, you'll see there, only 33, 25, 11. But yeah, the horse somehow foaled 125 horses in 2020. He's actually foaling the biggest crops of his career currently, you would say. So Star Spangled Banner, a regular, whatever the age, you've got a good chance of getting a graded winner. The horse so far has foaled 1,009 foals. 779 of them have ran. Between them, 497 horses have won 1,328 races. And the horse has sired 48 individual stakes winners and 34 individual graded winners, who between them have sired 86 stakes race winners, have won 86 stakes races, and 57 graded races. Absolutely magnificent stallion, it's fair to say. Colts and the fillies even spade as well. 29 graded for the Colts, 28 for the fillies. Whatever you get, you've got a chance. Wherever you race it, you've probably got a chance as well. Absolutely magnificent stallion, it's fair to say. Sire of seven individual graded race winners in Australia. But if you look worldwide, the horse has gone wherever the horse has sired sort of few horses. There's been stakes and graded winners. 38 have gone round in Hong Kong for 11 graded winners. 259 have gone round in Australia for 10. 306 in Britain for 12. 176 in Ireland for 9. 29 in the USA for 5. 68 in France for 8. And 8 in the UAE for 1. Only 6 have gone round in New Zealand for 1 graded winner. It's actually had 7 go round in Sweden and 8 go round in the UAE. Only 1 graded winner in the UAE out of 8. It's actually had 25 go round in Italy and only 2 stakes winners. And people say Italian racing is easy to win. The record of this stallion would tend to provide otherwise. Managed to find some fantastic horses, really. State of Rest, California Spangle, Beauty Eternal out in Hong Kong, Mill Isle in Australia. There's some very good Group 1 winners there. The Wow Signal, I remember when that won, the Prix-Morny, even as far back as this year. Pooch Keen won the Prix Jean Prat this year in France, Group 1, and has gone to stud in France. Very good stallion. Star Spangled Banner, brilliant horse. Baroud is a horse foaled in 2012 and is actually Star Spangled Banner's full brother. Sired by Schwazir House of Gold Anthem. Baroud raced 45 times in his career. No back number at all. Finished in the first 3 in 22 of 45 starts. Managing to win 7 races with earnings of $312,035 Australian dollars in his career. Baroud managed to finish 3rd in the listed Queensland Day Stakes at Doomben. His only pattern race place there, effort there. But the horse is at stud for 2,200 Australian dollars as of 2024, standing at Rossden Stud in Harndorf, South Australia. The record of the horse commenced stud duties in 2020. Still no horses on the ground as of yet, which is quite strange. So we'll have to come back for that one at a later date. Amicus is a horse that's gone off on her own thing as well. Star Spangled Banner's half-sister, a mare born in 2011, sired by Fastnet Rock out of Gold Chant. The Gold Anthem and National Song. She's pretty sure this one was related somewhere along the line to Star Spangled Banner. See that Olympic Aim is the fourth dam of it anyway, and Goldvink the fifth dam. Amicus raced 21 times in her career. In the first three in 10 of 21 starts, the mare managed to win 5 races, earnings of $770,485 Australian dollars. Amicus, classic winner of the MRC 1000 Guineas of 2014. She also won 2 Group 2 races, the Lexalope Stakes and the Breeders' Classic, and she also won the Group 3 Toy Show Quality as well. Placed in the 2014 1000 Guineas Prelude Group 2, and also placed in the 2016 Emancipation Stakes at Rosehill before being sent to Ireland. As you can see, she is a black type producer. She's the dam of Akita Sushi. Horse I actually followed myself. It took him a while. Akita Sushi, horse foaled in 2018, sired by Galileo out of Amicus. Akita Sushi's raced 19 times in his career. He's been in the first 3 in 12 of 19 starts, winning 5 times. Career earnings of €64,630 UK, €44,275 and $1,228,000 Australian dollars. This horse still going around now with to great credit. The horse was actually third in the Melbourne Cup last year. I think, 18 and 7. The horse was placed in the listed Orby Stakes at 4. It was actually classic placed at 5, third in the third in the Group 3 Irish St Ledger Trial Stakes of 2023. And this year's Gold Cup, the horse won the Group 2 Moonee Valley Gold Cup, was second in the Herbert Power Stakes at Caulfield, and was then third in the Melbourne Cup. So exported to Ireland, fell a little bit short, Group 3 enlisted place, returned to Australia, did the job, trained by Joseph O'Brien, Group 1 placed, Group 2 winner, out in Australia, Akita Sushi. Chief Little Rock, a colt, born in 2021, sired by Galileo again, out of Amicus, the same breeding as Akita Sushi. Chief Little Rock raced 6 times and was never out of the first 3. Managed to win 2 of his 6 starts. Earnings €70,775 and £18,280. Chief Little Rock, I've got no idea if this horse is at stud or anything yet. This horse is a Group 3 winner of the Group 3 Gallinule Stakes last season, 2024. The horse at 2 was second in the Group 2 Beresford Stakes and third in the Autumn Stakes at Newmarket, Group 3. And at 3, the horse was also third in the Epsom Blue Ribbon Trial of 2024. So this horse coming back as a 4-year-old next season in 2025. Could there be more to come? Well, yeah, you'd have to say there possibly could be from Chief Little Rock. He was an interesting one for next season at 4, you would think. Finally now, we can look at the 5th dam of the horse, Goldvink, a mare foaled in 1966, sired by Gold Sovereign out of a dam called Goodvink. Foaled the year England won the World Cup. There's nothing really. Goldvink, as we know, was a Group 1 black type producer. And that's all the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database tells us about Goldvink on 22B. But people, if they wanted to, can go back a lot further on the historical dam line of 22B. You'll see that Goodvink, Goldvink, some of the horses we talked about here, Circles of Gold, Elvstrom, and Star Spangled Banner, the classic winners, are on the site. But even in the 30s, there's a couple of pattern race and winners. If people look at Lady Shenandoah, the 10th dam. The 10th dam of the horse, Lady Shenandoah, a eulogy. I think she's also the dam of praise. Yep. She's also the dam of praise and commendation. Praise, a mare foaled in 1927, sired by Le Monde, out of eulogy, and Praise won the New Zealand Oaks of 1930, and she also won the Canterbury Welcome Stakes. And then you've got Commendation, horse foaled 4 years earlier, a horse in 1923, another one sired by Le Monde, out of eulogy. Commendation won 10 stakes races, won the Canterbury Welcome Stakes, the Wellesley Stakes, the Avondale Guineas, the Champagne Stakes, the New Zealand Derby, classic winner of 1926, the Hawke's Bay Guineas, the Great Northern Derby, the Great Northern St Leger, the Awapuni Gold Cup, and the New Zealand St Leger. Fantastic horse, commendation. And he is a half brother. I don't know actually who the 10th dam is out of. 10th dam is out of Blandford. Absurd. No, Blandford, yeah. And Absurd. Eulalie is actually out of a British horse called Absurd and not Limond. Like I said, people can go back as far back as they want to, really. If they go back over 100 years, they get to commendation and praise. Excuse me. And they have everything in between that we've just looked at. If they're yet to be convinced that this horse, Lady Shenandoah, could be decent. Right, what it's time to do now is it's time to close down a few tabs to save on some CPU. And we're going to watch the horse, Lady Shenandoah, win 3 races. It already had 4 races. She'd already had 3 races before. We're going to take a look at her. She listed race. She was second, beaten by Clean Energy on both her 2 starts, actually, before winning at Group 3 level in September 2024, the Ming Dynasty Quality. We're going to take a look at the race that took place on the 5th of October 2024 at Randwick, the Group 1 Flight Stakes over a mile. We will take a look at Lady Shenandoah taking this race out, and then we'll see what we think.
Racing now. Lazura flopped out of the gates last. Snow in May was second last out. And Lady Shenandoah jumped all right with Miss Bustlinger. And Powers of Opal is pushing through on the inside. Might lead all of them here. Then Harlem Queen, 3 further back to Snow in May. And Lazura, who flopped out of the gates last, settles in that position. So Powers of Opal has been very strong as a back marker in lead-up races. Makes the running here in a race void of any speed. So Powers of Opal leads by 2 on Miss Bustlinger. Harlem Queen third the fence. Lady Shenandoah took a sit and gets some nice cover at this point. Snow in May the favourite, 2 lengths behind her and a length off to Lazura. So it's the maiden of the field, Powers of Opal in front. Leads by 2 lengths to Miss Bustlinger. Harlem Queen well positioned third, a half the outside Lady Shenandoah. A length and a half then to Snow in May. And Lazura sees them all. So the 6 fillies race towards the home corner in the Group 1 Flight Stakes. 600 metres to go. Powers of Opal in front by a length to Miss Bustlinger. Then Harlem Queen. Lady Shenandoah next. 2 further back to Snow in May. And Lazura's back last of all. Coming around the turn. Powers of Opal going boldly in the lead. Miss Bustlinger under pressure. Lady Shenandoah gets going very swiftly on the outside. And here comes the lady. Lady Shenandoah put paid to Powers of Opal and Snow Queen 2 lengths away. 200 metres to go. Lady Shenandoah is full of running. She's strong. She's robust. And Lady Shenandoah's home and hosed here in the Flight Stakes. Harlem Queen bursting home late, but Lady Shenandoah trounces them. Harlem Queen second. Snow in May third. Powers of Opal fourth. Then Lazura. And Miss Bustlinger was last in. Nice filly, Lady Shenandoah. Just coming to herself now over the right troop of a mile.
Wow, that's ominous, really. Even the Australian commentators, and they definitely know the time of day. They're even saying that Lady Shenandoah was a nice filly. I knew she was, but I was determined this year in Australia not to include horses that didn't run in classics. You know, I had that trouble last year on Classic Watch 24, the first time we took a look at Australian Classics. So once she won the Group 3 Ming Dynasty, I put her on the possibles list. The Flight Stakes, well, I'm not entirely convinced. It's a classic, just like the Surround Stakes, the race we're going to take a look at shortly. But when now she's entered for races with Guineas and Derby in the title, it's very much time to look at this horse and with a view to her being a Classic Watch 25 possible. Right, the next race we're going to take a look at. She had a little break then between October and she came back the 15th of February on 2025, racing only over 6 furlongs in the Group 2 Lightfinger Stakes, again at Randwick. And we'll take a look at that race now.
Lady Shenandoah is the favourite and the gates are back. They're off and racing and Dance to the Boom and Lilac with the first two into stride. Lady Shenandoah is very handy to them. Moving up on the inside, Lady of Camelot though showing great spark, and now Lady of Camelot takes the lead away from Lilac. This has put Dance to the Boom out wide and firing up as a result. Lady Shenandoah's in the middle, Shahisha on the rails. Further back to Phenom, then came Silmarinian from Lazura. De Clichy Boulevard gets back with Manal, then came Castagna from Amelita, and Rag Queen is the last one. Lady of Camelot in the blinkers, she's the front runner at the 600 by a length on Lilac, then Shahisha. Lady Shenandoah in a great spot, Dance to the Boom the outside. Further back to Silmarillion from Lazura, Phenom, De Clichy Boulevard, Manal is second last, coming up the rise, and Lady of Camelot sustaining the speed. She's two in front to Lilac, and Lady Shenandoah starting to run on. Lady of Camelot at the 200, she's all out now, and Lady Shenandoah moved up on the outside, and the Lady Shenandoah takes the lead from Lady of Camelot, clear then from Lilac, but away she goes, ease down, Lady Shenandoah, spectacular first up, winning the light fingers, beating Lady of Camelot, Lilac third, Lazura running on together with Amelita, then Castagna from Shahisha, De Clichy Boulevard, no run on from Manal, a good gap back to Silmarillion, Dance to the Boom, did it tough.
Again, a very interesting performance there from Lady Shenandoah. You'd heard the commentator in the race before allude that he thought her proper trip was around a mile. So to come back and prove fast enough to win over 6 furlongs, first time out in the Group 2 light fingered stakes, well, that can only prove to be another massive step in the right direction for this filly, it's fair to say. I was aware of her entries at this point. I was hoping she would miss the Group 1 Surround Stakes. I really was on the 8th, on the 1st of March. I was hoping she would go for the 2 guineas instead, but they instead tried a race at 7 furlongs. She hadn't won a Group 1 at 7 furlongs, so they tried to take in the Group 1 Surround Stakes at Randwick on the 1st of March. For that, she went off now a red-hot favourite, 30 to 100 favourite. And let's take a look at the Surround Stakes. The race only ran 3 days ago. That's how up to date we are here.
Shenandoah. They're set. And they're racing. Great line out. Dominetta began particularly well, and Lilac pouncing on the lead. Lady of Camelot is right there. Lady Shenandoah is pretty handy to the action, and Lazura goes up the fence with Huss taking hold. Then came more territories from Amelita. Manal out wide, easing back, looking for cover. In advance there, De Clichy Boulevard. Idle Flyer out wide from Castagna. Island Deck and Powers of Opals last of all. So Lilac in front, a neck in front now to Lady of Camelot, and Lady Shenandoah cruising in third position. Lazura on the rails, Dominetta 3 wide, 3/4 of a length into more territories. Further back to Huss, Manal on a 3 wide path, Castagna the fence. Then came De Clichy Boulevard from Amelita. Island Deck is third last and 3 wide from Powers of Opal, and Idle Flyers last of all. 5:50 to go. Lilac a half in front to Lady of Camelot. 2 lengths away to Lady Shenandoah. Lazura's holding the fence. Dominetta next, followed by more territories. Huss looking to work into the clear. Up the rise, Lilac in front of Lady of Camelot, and now Lady Shenandoah just cruised up on the outside. McDonald gave the star filly the cure, and Lady Shenandoah races up on the outside of Lady of Camelot, who's showing plenty of fight. Lady Shenandoah, Lady of Camelot's fighting hard. Lady Shenandoah push right out and wins the surround. Lady Shenandoah from a brave Lady of Camelot. Good margin back, I think Lazura third in front of Manal, then Lilac, De Clichy Boulevard late. Further back to Dominetta, Castagna, Powers of Opal, Husk, Amelita, Idle Flyer and Island Deck.
Again, you saw the battling qualities of the filly there. Lady Shenandoah getting into quite a protracted battle with Lady of Camelot there, but she managed to get her head in front and take out the Group 1 Surround Stakes over 7 furlongs. That was her second Group 1 victory to go with the Flight Stakes, a race we've already looked at. Like I said, plenty of classics entered, 2 guineas and a derby upcoming with the entries at RaceNet. Where can people find these horses? ClassicWatch25.great/site.net. is where people will be able to find all these horses. You'll see it's only the Australian trained horses at the moment, which is okay as we're looking for Australian horses. You'll see, will Lady Shenandoah join the Australian horses so far on the site? Safe to say, all she will have to do is turn up in one of the 2 guineas or the 1 derby that RaceNet has her in, and then Lady Shenandoah will be able to make her place on Classic Watch 25. Right, I think just after just over 65 minutes, I can end this video here now. What a privilege it has been for you all to watch this video. I do think you've learnt plenty about this horse and this Damn Line 22B from watching this horse, for watching this video. Thank you very much to everybody for taking the time to join me and watch the video with me. Well, I made the video, you'll be watching it, but I've been watching it being made as well, if that makes any sense. You can tell I've been going on for 65 minutes. I'm starting to waffle a bit. What I will do is I will leave you a copy of a playlist containing all the Classic Watch 25 possibles. So you'll be able to sit through all of them, not just the Australian website horses. They will be on the possibles list, but all of the horses from the UK, America, Germany, Ireland and Japan, all on the playlist. And I will also give everybody who has sat through this video and has chosen at this stage not to subscribe to the channel, I will give you also an opportunity to subscribe to the channel, should you so wish. Remains to be seen whether Lady Shenandoah will turn up on the 7-day backup on the 8th of November. There's also a Guineas on the 22nd of March, on the 8th of March, and a Derby in Oaks in April, but that's on the same day as her entry in the QE2. Where will Lady Shenandoah turn up? One thing's for certain, if she enters in a classic, she will be on Classic Watch 2025. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will leave it there. Have a fantastic rest of the week and look after yourselves and your loved ones. Goodbye, everybody, and take care.